I'm going to be explaining acquisitions and schematics to you within Call of Duty Modern Warfare Zombies, the most important system to understand inside the game. You have to understand how it works because you can literally spawn in with a ray gun if you want, or a Wunderwaffe, or a Juggernog per can, or an Ether tool to upgrade your weapon from gray to purple. You can pack launch your weapon to level 2. Schematics are extremely powerful, and acquisitions are directly tied to them as well. And tied to that is your rucksack and your entire loadout and your strike team operator. So make sure if you don't understand anything or everything about how this gear section works right here and the strike team section works, make sure you check out my video down below in the description inside the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies playlist. Tons of elite guides, the most elite guides on the YouTubes is down there in the description. I also stream zombies every single day on Twitch at twitch.tv/JoeMatt123. Now that that's out of the way, let's move into the actual video with acquisitions and schematics. So like you'd usually do inside a game of Modern Warfare Zombies, you'd play until you either have to leave, right? Or you complete a mission and you just want to exfil. That's the main purpose of Modern Warfare Zombies. Whenever you're done doing what you have to do, you want to exfil. So say I'm playing a game of Modern Warfare Zombies and I finally exfil and I get an ether tool, or I have an ether tool in my rucksack when I exfil. I didn't use it in my game. It's in my stash to use if I want, but no, instead I decide I'm going to exfil. So yeah, that ether tool is now inside my small rucksack, or whatever size rucksack, it doesn't matter. But in this case, as you can see, it's a small rucksack and the ether tool is in one of the slots. Say I want to add some more items to my rucksack and my rucksack's all filled up, so I have to remove one of the items. Either that or I want to add another item, it really doesn't matter. But if I want to unequip, I simply, as you can see, I have to press R to unequip, bang, press R to unequip. If I want to now add more items to my rucksack, I can do that based off the acquisitions and schematics screen. So as you can see, I have acquisitions right here. I only have one acquisition, and it's actually that ether tool. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it right there real quick. And if I go to add another item, go to my acquisition stash, I don't have that ether tool anymore. I just have this reward, this Juggernog can, which I got for completing the first mission of Act 1. And I would like to also mention that rewards do not count towards your actual acquisition stash. Inside your acquisition stash, you have a limit of how much you can actually store. That's 10 items. The rewards don't seem to count toward that. So like I said, I played this game of Modern Warfare Zombies. I want to unequip this ether tool. I want to put it inside my acquisitions dash to use in a different game. I simply and easily done that by unequipping it. So as you can see, if I want to reapply it, I just interact with it, bing bada boom, I'm good to go. Same thing with rewards that are inside my acquisitions. I can simply just equip it and unequip it when need be. Now moving forward, how do schematics tie to this rucksack and the acquisitions? Well, say you're playing a game of Modern Warfare Zombies and you come across not the Juggernog per can, but the Juggernog schematic. So this right here, the Juggernog can schematic. If you come across the Juggernog can schematic and you successfully exfil with it, that's the most important thing. Anything in Modern Warfare Zombies that you acquire, you would need to exfil with it successfully, and then you'll keep it. Once you do that, a successful exfil with this schematic, you will then be able to go to the schematics menu like I just have done, and you'll be able to craft a Juggernog can to add to your inventory like you see right here. And you can spawn in with it, and it's really that simple. And yes, this does apply, like I said, to the ray gun and the Wunderwaffe. If you find the schematic around the map for it, and you exfil successfully, you'll be able to then spawn it into your game with a ray gun or a Wunderwaffe by crafting it using the schematic. Now, you may say this is extremely overpowered. How could they possibly do this? Well, the short answer is timers. The long answer is timers. And the reason why I say that is because the timers are very long. So basically, if you find the ray gun schematic, I don't know the exact timer, but I've heard it's something crazy like up to 40 hours. There's timers on all the schematics. Now, yeah, say you find the ray gun schematic, you successfully exfil, you craft the ray gun, and you add it to your inventory, you go into a new game, you're using the ray gun, whatever the case may be. You can play the full hour, 2 hours, 3 hours even. Once you finally are done with that game, regardless of what happens in that game, you come back to the main zombies menu, this ray gun will then be on a timer, and you will not be able to use a schematic until the timer completely goes down to 0. Same thing with the Wunderwaffe, ammo mods, Perca-Colas, and ETHERIUM. Now, the good news is that they all have different timers. So say you do go ahead and you find the Juggernog schematic, like I said earlier, you successfully exfil. Now you have access to it inside your schematics menu, which as you can see, I don't have any, they're all locked. But say I did, and I craft a can of Juggernog. Now I'll go into a game with my friend Jack, and I'll play some zombies, and I'll use that Juggernog can that I crafted using my schematics. So regardless, even if I don't use it, when I go back, when I come out, regardless of what happens, if I exfil, if I die, doesn't matter. When I come out and then want to add something new to my rucksack and say I want to add another Juggernog can, I can only do that after the timer expires. And I know for perks, the timer is 3 hours. So if you're playing a regular game on a 1 hour timer, if you do everything you got to do, you complete all the missions and you successfully exfil, if you want to come out and craft another can of Juggernog, you cannot do that via schematics. You must wait the full 3 hours. So that's how it's balanced out. It does make sense. This system doesn't have to be here at all. It is, and that's great. It adds depth, and it makes sense that there's a timer because it balances everything out. Same thing with the Aether tools. If you go around the map and you find an Aether tool schematic, not an actual Aether tool, the schematic for it, and you successfully exfil, we'll say the epic Aether tool, right? You successfully exfil with that epic Aether tool schematic, you'll then be able to go to your rucksack and item, go to your schematics, and craft an epic Aether tool using this schematic. Then when you spawn into your game of zombies, you can equip that Aether tool on your weapon and it will be upgraded from gray to purple right off the bat, which is so awesome. Same thing with the refined Aetherium crystals. If you got the schematic exfil, you can then craft a refined Aetherium crystal, which you can then use to pack a bunch your gun to level 2. So it's as crazy as you can literally spawn in with a ray gun and pack it to level 2 if you want inside your game. There's going to be some repercussions based off the timers afterwards, but you could do that. And that's why schematics are so cool and so powerful and so important to understand. And as you can see, this goes across everything in the game, from the Aether tools and crystals to the perks in the game, to the ammo mods in the game like Deadwire and Cryo Freeze and Brain Rot, across to the wonder weapons of the ray gun and the Wonder Waff. That's it. That is schematics and acquisitions explained to you within Call of Duty Modern Warfare Zombies. If you did enjoy the video and it did help you out, make sure you drop it a thumbs up. If you do have any other questions, absolutely ask them down below in the comments. I will answer every single one. Take care of your meatballs, my friends, and peace out.